Okay. Alright. Damn. It's been long enough.
Get it 2 times.
I have made it home. Finally. Spent a night or two in my bed to decompress. I've had a lot of stuff happen in the midst of this tour, but I can finally give some thoughts about it. So, number one, let me just show you something real quick. This is a list of goals that I made January 1st, 2022. And on it, I separated into like personal, one business, other business, right? Okay, so this one is all of my like DJing stuff. And on it is, where is it? Where is it? Oh, here we go. On it, it says, tour with an artist. Yeah, and I was supposed to do that within the next 3 years. Within 3 years of 2022. Well, I love that for me. March 23. Yeah! So like, to say that this is a dream come true would be an absolute understatement of things. Like, I am so grateful that I had the opportunity. I'm so grateful that I even met Eric in 2019 and that he announced that he was signing Asia on the show. And here's the funny thing about it, like our story, the three of us, it's very, very interesting. I think we touch on it every now and then, but at the early stages of my radio career, I was filling in for somebody who was off work. It just so happened that that day Eric Bellinger was coming to the station. Okay, cool. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll be there. Eric will be there. What am I gonna do? While we were live on air, he announced that he was signing Asia. And at the time, I had no clue who she was. I explained that a little bit in our interview with him and Asia just last year this time. So to see it go from me by happenstance getting to interview him announcing he was signing Asia on my show, to the next year her touring as a signed artist with him, to this year me being part of the tour as her DJ, like, I don't know what's next for us. But I am so grateful. Meeting everybody who was like part of the tour staff was cool. Like, all of Eric's people were super nice to me. Shout out to all of the DJs who were part of it. DJ EJ, JB Minor, Spotlight Slick. Like, those guys have my heart because they made sure I was straight. Okay. Like, my order got canceled and I didn't have my laptop stand, so Slick gave me his laptop stand, like, here, you can use mine. Thank you. When it came down to like putting the show together, JB sat there with me and Asia and helped us figure it out. Then, you know, Thomas, who was one of the tour managers, was like, yo, you're the DJ, you have free reign, like, do your thing. So them being able like to trust me, especially in my first touring experience, I just feel like I feel so good. I feel so good about it. It was really a great experience. Shout out to Nick Lavelle. Shout out to Detroit Zeus, my guy. Shout out to Trevor Jackson for being so nice. Like, everybody was so cool. Now, of course, you can tell by like the way the footages is set up that I wasn't too keen on like having my camera in everybody's face, because the fact of the matter is I was vlogging my experience, right? They did not sign up for that. And I'm not a person who is starstruck. I'm not a person who is starstruck, I graduated from Howard University, and I'm from Detroit. Baby, if anybody is a celebrity, it's me. And oh, do I have like crusty dusties? I probably look so ugly. Sorry. It is what it is. I said if I ain't do it now, I wasn't getting done. So I digress. But yeah, so I don't get starstruck because of like the environments I'm in, but I also have spent a lot of time personally around celebrities. So not just in my job, like meeting them, interviewing them, but you know, I've spent some time, like I've been to some cribs, and I've been on some buses, and I just kind of understand like those spaces are very sacred. Backstage is intimate for people. So I got what I thought was appropriate, and you know, made it do what it do. So of course they had their own photographers. Now what they decide to put out on their cameras is their business, but like I have to keep in mind that to a lot of people I'm still the media, so I try not to. I just don't want to ruin no relationships over a little ass vlog that maybe 60 people will see. Just being honest about my journey right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that deep. But I had a really good time. I learned so much over that week, especially when it comes to touring. I think that what blows my mind is that from March 10th to March 19th, I was on a stage almost every day. Let's see, I had 7 DJ mixes to do between, no, not 7, it wasn't 7, it was 5. I had 5 DJ mixes to do by March 10th. On March 11th, I had a gig. On March 12th, I was on stage with my other artists. On March 13th, I had an interview with Ebony Riley, and then had to go host the 313 Day concert at the Fillmore here. Then on March 14th, that's when the tour began. March 15th, we hit another city. March 16th, we drove back to Detroit, but March 17th, we had the Detroit show. March 18th, the Chicago show. March 19th, Minneapolis. Then March 20th, we had to drive our asses 10.5 hours back to Detroit. Well, to Clinton Township. We got in at 4 in the fucking morning. And then the very next day, at 8 a.m., I had to be up and drive back to Grand Rapids to go see my grandma, who was supposed to be getting put on hospice. And I'm so glad that we went what we did, because she died today. Like, the fuck, right? So in the midst of that, I'm dealing with my feelings about my grandmother being sick, especially considering how our relationship was. We weren't the closest. I probably honestly haven't seen her in a good long ass time. And I wholeheartedly believe that if I did not go to see her on Tuesday, I probably wouldn't have seen her at all. And so I feel blessed. I truly feel blessed, because I was able to show my grandma all that I've been doing. You know, my radio career. I was able to tell her, Grandma, I'm so tired, but I'm so glad I got to see you, because I'm coming back from my first tour. And she's the only grandmother I've had the privilege of speaking with. My maternal grandmother passed away 10 years before I was born. So to be able to have this experience and share it with my grandma before she passed away, like, I'm blessed. God is literally amazing. I can only imagine what my next touring experience will be like. This one was short. It was 5 dates, but it was just enough to give me a good little taste of what the tour life is like, and I was able to cross it off my wish list, and that is dope to me. I don't know what's next, y'all. I couldn't tell you what is next for me. I know that, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing, but I'm not stopping the camera, because like I said, if I'm good done right now, I'm not, it won't be done. But I know that God truly, honestly, wholeheartedly, with the most intention, has huge plans for me. And I'm glad that I'm able to share my journey. And I'm looking forward to what's next. I posted on Instagram the other day, every time I try to escape the discomfort of my calling, God swiftly reminds me that I am not in charge. Every time. And I wrote that because I had just gotten denied for like a remote desk job or something. And just because I would like to be making more money. Like, bitches is grown, the bills are billing. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, that's a story for another day. But had I gotten a job or the interview or something, it may have interrupted this for me. And I'm glad it didn't. I'm gonna stop here. If you would like to hear the full story about like how my career is running right now, let me know in the comments. I will share that with you. But if you're not interested, baby, I do not have to go there because I might cry for real. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Follow me on all the things. Keep up with me and my adventures in real time at I'm 2times on everything else. Because you're already here and I love you for that. And I will see you in the next one, okay? Love you. Bye.